Welcome back. Today is June 28th, and I am going to do a quick garden update. Green beans looking excellent. They're a mess of twined vines and everything now, but I have seen some signs of green beans coming on. Look at that little guy right there, and so that's good. I think the humidity was finally low enough for them to do a little self-pollinating, and they're doing good, so I'm glad about that. The cantaloupe seem to be doing all right. The new growth they're putting on looks really good and green. The rest of it's kind of speckled and a little bit drier on the edges, but I think it'll make it. It just needs time to adjust. So hopefully that will be climbing up pretty soon. Okay, this is our volunteer tomato, and it's looking really good. The tomatoes down here are actually getting a little bit yellower, like they're gonna ripen pretty soon. Lots of new branches are coming on, which I've allowed simply because it wasn't producing a lot of flowers, so I've gone ahead and allowed it to, although I'm going to pinch off some of the suckers towards the top because I don't want the thing to get top heavy. But so far so good. This guy needs to be staked further, but he's actually got a little tomato on him, and he's the other volunteer, although he's got some blight, so hopefully I won't have to do too much damage to him. And our big beefsteak is doing good, although it needs some further staking as well, and it's got some blight, as you can see here. All of this plant is getting pulled out. It looks awful. The other three may survive, but for how long I'm not real sure. Those eggplant just don't look good this year. They're real bad bitten up by the roly-polies, and really not sure what to do about that. The cucumbers look wonderful. I've got all these cucumbers off here this week. I got 4 or 5 off of here this week, and as you can see, it's putting on more cucumbers every day, lots of them all over the plant. And they're practically under every leaf, and all the mature ones have been picked in the last couple days, but this one's just been spotted, and he's already getting pretty big as well as that one. And these plants are very readily climbing this tree. You can see that they're most of the way up the tree now, and they'll keep going. I might even add another branch up at the top a little bit further, because they'll keep going as far as they can, I think. Here's a decent sized one. It's got a little curly end. That's a pretty good one. Just lots of cucumbers. And bell peppers look good. I'm very pleased. I counted on this plant, these little immature bell peppers on here. I have 21 of these on this one plant. And these are a variety that's kind of a purpley, citrusy color. They get kind of a purple-red, real light, pretty green color that goes with them, and they're just beautiful. These are the rainbow bell peppers right here, and look, he's got a couple little tiny ones on there. He's just doing awesome, and I'm really pleased with that. And then this one's another one of those peppers that have lots of colors, and it's got a little baby on there as well. Right there, and hopefully he'll get a couple more. There's another one right there, and so hopefully he'll get a couple more. And then these are the chocolate bell peppers. They'll get a little bit darker, and there's only 3 of them on there, but I'm hoping after this go around he'll have a whole bunch more like this guy, because he had 3 to begin with, and now he's got 21 on there. Jalapenos, oh my gosh, I'll be swimming in jalapenos. This thing is just covered in jalapenos. All of them are. All of them have just a ton of jalapenos on there. It's even hard to show you how many, but they are everywhere, and they kind of blend with the foliage, so I imagine I have 50 or more jalapenos on there. Cayennes are okay. They are getting this black spots on the peppers. I don't know what that is. If anybody knows, can you tell me what that is and how to prevent it? And then this pepper is supposed to be arbol peppers, that I started from seed, but apparently the seeds got mixed up because look, he's just a normal bell pepper. And there's like 3 bell peppers on there. So I don't know what happened with that. These sweet banana peppers are doing really good. They've got lots of little sweet banana peppers on there. I've been picking these. I've probably picked a couple dozen of them. Every 3 days you can come out here and pick a handful of them. And these peppers over here look really good. They haven't produced any peppers yet, but they're flowering really good, and they've got enough height to produce peppers, so hopefully any day now they'll start producing, and I'll finally get to see what these things look like because my husband's very excited for them. Okay, this is the zucchini I replaced. I've had to replace it since it died the first time. The baby I put in died and I had to replace it once again. This guy is hanging in there, but I'm not sure for how long. He's actually got a zucchini on him that'll be ready in the next couple days. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? They're just really nice looking fruits. Haven't got very many of these black beauties this year. I've gotten lots of yellow squash. As you can see, this bed has been cleared. That's a little bit of lettuce that came back after I cut it down. Thing is silly. We're going to plant this whole bed just packed full of several types of lettuces and radishes, and then wherever I can, I'm going to try to squeeze in some cabbage. So, and then here we've got our aromas. They look excellent. There's lots of them. They're not flowering real well right now, and I think it's because we've had a lot of heat. So hopefully with the heat coming, not being so bad this week, we're expected to have really mild weather for this time of year, which is nothing higher than like 89 degrees, and overnight temperatures down to as low as 64 degrees, which is incredibly mild for us this time of year. So I'm hoping that really gets these tomatoes going. And this one's ripening. I've already pulled the first group of 3 off, so this will be the second group. And these look excellent. This one hasn't had any problem with blight, and as you can see, it's flowering real well and doing really nicely. Been very proud of it. This one has not produced a single tomato yet, but it is flowering real well, and I'm very hopeful that soon it will produce some tomatoes. Okay, here we are at our grape tomatoes. These are the Juliet tomatoes. They're doing good. I think they're a little bit singed by the sun. It was really hot out here the other day, and I had to water. I didn't think I got any on the leaves, but I think I might have a tiny bit. Got a bunch of these little grape tomatoes here that look good. They're putting on more flowers, so hopefully they'll continue to produce. These don't get as much sun as the other ones. These yellow squash, there are a few on here, and they are covered in ants. So I'm not sure what the deal with that is, but man, are there a ton of these yellow squash on this one plant that are all female. So I'll probably have to go in there and pollinate them just because they're all females. This one's been replaced just a couple days ago. This one's got some flowers and whatnot on it. They look good. And there's an insect in there pollinating. And the same thing with this one. It's got the little babies on there, and I can't even look down in there. The foliage is so thick on these, and I don't see any zucchini on them. They're just all foliage, which I've never had that happen to me before. There's one. But they're not really producing. I don't know if it's the stress of the insects or what, but they're just really not. I pulled one off of the other one in the backyard yesterday, and that was about all that she has really wrote for that. So hopefully soon they will start producing after the stress of the insects. But I've replaced 3, I think, out here, and 1 in the back and 2 more in the back are going to be replaced. It looks good. Hopefully we'll get some fruit off these soon.